What if I told you that every rep, every drop of sweat, every moment of burning muscles isn't just building your body, but actually forging an unbreakable mind that can handle anything life throws at you? And what if the secret to this transformation was discovered 2,000 years ago by a Roman emperor who trained his body and mind like a warrior, even while ruling the world? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the one workout technique that Marcus Aurelius used that has nothing to do with sets or reps, but will completely change how you approach both fitness and life itself. Picture this. It's Monday morning. Your alarm goes off. You hit snooze. Again. And again. You finally drag yourself out of bed, already feeling defeated. You scroll through Instagram and see people with perfect bodies, perfect lives, crushing their goals. Meanwhile, you can't even get yourself to the gym. Your boss is demanding, your relationship is strained, your finances are tight, you're stressed, anxious, overwhelmed. And somewhere in the back of your mind you think, maybe if I just got in shape, everything would be better. So you join a gym. You start working out, and for a week, maybe two, you feel great. Then life happens. You miss a workout, then another. The motivation fades, the discipline crumbles, and you're right back where you started, feeling like a failure. But here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't your body, it's your mind. You've been approaching fitness all wrong. You think the gym is where you build muscles, but what if I told you the gym is actually where you build mental resilience, emotional control, and unshakable discipline? What if every workout is actually a training session for your mind, preparing you to handle stress, adversity, and challenges with the calm strength of a philosopher warrior? This is the Stoic workout, and it's about to change everything you think you know about fitness. Now, before I reveal the exact technique Marcus Aurelius used to turn physical training into mental mastery, and trust me, this is game-changing, you need to understand what Stoicism actually is. Because this isn't just philosophy, this is practical, battle-tested wisdom. Stoicism, at its core, is about three simple principles. First, focus on what you can control. Ignore what you can't. Second, accept reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Third, virtue, character, discipline, courage, wisdom is the highest good. Not pleasure, not comfort, not even success. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Stoics weren't just sitting around thinking deep thoughts. They were soldiers, emperors, statesmen. They lived hard lives filled with physical and mental challenges. Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations while lounging in a palace. He wrote it in a military tent, on the battlefield, while dealing with wars, plagues, and betrayals. And he understood something profound. Physical training and mental training are inseparable. When you train your body, you're training your mind. When you endure physical discomfort, you're teaching yourself to endure mental discomfort. When you push through the last rep, you're building the exact same mental muscle you need to push through a difficult conversation, a stressful deadline, or a personal crisis. This is the bridge. Physical discipline mirrors and enhances mental discipline. Think about it. What happens when you're in the gym, halfway through a brutal set, and your muscles are screaming? Your mind starts negotiating. You can stop. Nobody's watching. You've done enough. Just quit. And in that moment, you have a choice. Give in to the voice of weakness or push through. Every single time you push through, you're not just building muscle, you're building character. You're teaching your mind that discomfort is temporary, that you're stronger than you think you are, that you can do hard things. This is why the Stoics valued physical training, not for aesthetics, not for Instagram posts, but for character development. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The gym is where you prove to yourself that your imagination, that voice telling you to quit, is a liar. Your body can handle more than your mind thinks it can. And once you learn this in the gym, you can apply it everywhere else in your life. Now, I promised I'd reveal Marcus Aurelius' secret workout technique. We're getting there. But first, you need to understand how ancient philosophers actually viewed physical training, because it's nothing like what you see on social media today. Let me paint a picture of Marcus Aurelius. He's in his 50s. His body is failing. He's sick, probably with stomach ulcers or some chronic illness. He's exhausted from decades of war and leadership. But every morning, he trains. Not because he's trying to look good, not because he's chasing gains, but because physical training is mental training. Marcus wrote, "The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Listen to that again. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is the Stoic workout philosophy in one sentence. The obstacle is the training. That burning sensation in your legs during squats, that's not something to avoid. That's the exact thing you need to embrace. That discomfort is teaching you how to be comfortable with discomfort.
Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, deliberately practiced voluntary hardship. He'd sleep on hard surfaces, fast regularly, and expose himself to cold. Not because he was masochistic, but because he wanted to train his mind to handle adversity. He wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" In modern terms, don't just train when you feel motivated. Train when you're tired. Train when it's cold. Train when you don't want to, because that's when you're building real resilience. Here's something powerful. Physical discomfort is a laboratory for testing your mental strength. Every workout is an experiment. How do you respond when things get hard? Do you quit? Do you complain? Do you make excuses? Or do you breathe, accept the discomfort, and keep going? The gym gives you immediate feedback. You can't lie to yourself. Either you did the workout or you didn't. Either you pushed through or you gave up. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you push through physical discomfort, you're creating evidence for yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. You're literally rewiring your brain. Neuroscience backs this up. When you consistently do hard things, you increase your stress tolerance. You become anti-fragile. Marcus wrote, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. That workout you don't want to do, that's not a problem. That's your opportunity. That resistance you feel, that's exactly what you need to grow stronger, mentally and physically. Now here's where most people get it wrong. They go to the gym, but their mind is somewhere else. They're scrolling between sets. They're thinking about work. They're worried about tomorrow. They're on autopilot. But the Stoics would tell you this is a wasted opportunity. Every workout should be a form of active meditation. You should be fully present, fully aware of your body, your breath, your movements. When you're doing a push-up, feel every muscle engaging. Notice the burn. Observe your thoughts without judging them. Watch your mind try to convince you to stop, and choose to continue anyway. This is mindfulness in motion. This is meditation with weight. Epictetus, who was a slave before becoming a philosopher, said, "First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak." Applied to fitness, first learn what your body is telling you, then decide how to respond. Are you actually tired, or is your mind just looking for an excuse? Is that pain an injury, or just discomfort? Are you genuinely at your limit, or can you do one more rep? This awareness, This ability to distinguish between real limitations and imagined ones, this is what separates people who transform their lives from people who stay stuck. All right, let's get practical. How do you actually build a Stoic workout routine? It's not about specific exercises or programs, it's about the mindset you bring to whatever training you choose. First, reframe what exercise means to you. Strength training isn't just about building muscle. It's about building discipline and perseverance. Every rep is a choice to keep going when you could quit. Endurance training, running, cycling, swimming, isn't just about cardiovascular health. It's about teaching your mind to embrace long-term discomfort and stay present through suffering. Mobility work and stretching aren't just about flexibility. They're about patience, acceptance, and working with your body's limitations instead of fighting them. See the pattern? Every type of physical training has a mental parallel. Marcus wrote, "Such as are your habitual thoughts, such also will be the character of your mind, for the soul is dyed by the thoughts." If your habitual thought during workouts is, "I hate this, I want to quit," then that's the character you're building. But if your habitual thought is, "This is hard and I'm doing it anyway. I'm becoming stronger with every moment of discomfort," then you're dyeing your soul with resilience. Now here's the technique I promised. This is what Marcus Aurelius actually did, and it's going to blow your mind. Before every workout, do a mental pre-mortem. The Stoics called this premeditation malorum, premeditation of adversity. Here's how it works. Before you start training, spend 2 minutes imagining everything that could go wrong. This workout is going to be brutal. My legs are going to burn. I'm going to want to quit halfway through. I might feel nauseous. I might feel weak. I might feel like a failure. Why would you do this? Doesn't that sound demotivating? Actually, it's the opposite. You're mentally preparing yourself. You're removing the element of surprise. When the discomfort comes, and it will, you're not shocked. You expected it. You're ready for it. Marcus wrote, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness.'" He wasn't being pessimistic. He was being prepared. And when people actually were difficult, he wasn't disappointed or angry. He was calm because he expected it. Apply this to your workout. Today, this workout is going to test me. There will be moments I want to quit, and when those moments come, I'll breathe, accept them, and continue. This one shift from hoping the workout will be easy to expecting it to be hard completely changes your experience. Because now, when it gets hard, you're not surprised or discouraged. You're thinking, "Ah, yes, exactly as I anticipated. This is where I prove my strength."
After your workout, don't just shower and move on. Take 5 minutes for Stoic reflection. Sit down with a journal, physical or digital, and ask yourself these questions. What challenged me today, physical and mental? How did I respond to that challenge? Where did I want to quit but didn't? What did I learn about myself? How can I apply this lesson to my life outside the gym? Marcus Aurelius did this every night. He reviewed his day, examined his actions, and looked for lessons. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." After your workout, recognize what a privilege it is to have a body that can move, to have the discipline to train it, and to have the wisdom to see exercise as more than just physical development. This reflection cements the mental gains. You're not just building physical strength that you forget about. You're building conscious awareness of your growing resilience. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Everything you're learning in the gym, it transfers directly to your real life. Let's say you're in a meeting. Your boss criticizes your work in front of everyone.
You feel your heart rate spike. Your face gets hot. You want to defend yourself, make excuses, or lash out. But you've trained for this. In the gym, you learned how to feel discomfort and not react impulsively. You learned how to observe your body's stress response and choose your action consciously. So, in this meeting, you pause. You breathe. You feel the anger, acknowledge it, and then choose how to respond with wisdom and grace. This is the transfer. The gym didn't just make you physically stronger, it made you emotionally stronger. Or imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for something important. Your mind starts racing. This is terrible. Why does this always happen to me? I'm going to be late and everyone will judge me. But you've trained for this too. In the gym, you learned that discomfort is just discomfort. It's not an emergency. It's not the end of the world. It's just an experience passing through you. So, in traffic, you relax your shoulders. You accept that you can't control traffic, only how you respond to it. Maybe you call ahead to let them know you'll be late. Maybe you use the time to listen to something educational. Maybe you just breathe and practice being present. See how this works? Every principle you practice in the gym becomes a tool for life. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This most powerful Stoic principle, and it's going to fundamentally change how you see challenges. Most people see obstacles as problems to avoid. Bad traffic? Problem. Difficult workout? Problem. Difficult conversation? Problem. But Stoics see obstacles differently. They see them as opportunities. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Let me give you a real example from the gym. You're supposed to squat 225 pounds today. You get under the bar and it feels impossibly heavy. You manage 2 reps and have to rack it. You failed. Most people would see this as a setback. I'm not strong enough. I'm not progressing. I should just quit. But a Stoic sees it differently. This weight is showing me exactly where I need to grow. This obstacle is revealing my weakness, which means I now know exactly what to work on. This apparent setback is actually directing me toward my next level of strength. The obstacle became the way. Or in life, you get rejected from a job you really wanted. Most people, I'm not good enough. This is terrible. Stoic mindset. This rejection is redirecting me. Maybe this job wasn't right for me. Maybe I need to develop new skills. Maybe there's a better opportunity I couldn't see because I was focused on this one. What can I learn from this? How can I use this? The obstacle became the way. This reframe from "why is this happening to me" to "what is this teaching me?" This is life-changing. Now, here's something that's going to blow your mind. Everything I've told you about the Stoic workout, the mental training, the resilience building, the character development, that's not a side benefit of physical training. That's actually the main point. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they didn't view physical training as separate from philosophy. They saw it as philosophy in action. The gym isn't where you escape from life's problems. The gym is where you practice solving them. Every workout is a rehearsal for real adversity. Every moment of discomfort you embrace is preparing you for the inevitable challenges life will throw at you. So when people say, "I don't have time to work out," what they're really saying is, "I don't have time to prepare my mind and body to handle stress, adversity, and challenges." And the irony is, the people who say they don't have time to train are usually the ones who most need the mental resilience that training provides. The workout isn't taking time away from dealing with your problems. The workout is teaching you how to deal with your problems. All right, let's get into the practical daily practices that combine Stoic philosophy with physical training. Morning practice, 10 minutes. Pre-meditation of adversity. Before your workout, visualize it being difficult. Expect discomfort. Welcome it. Set your virtue. Choose one Stoic virtue to practice today. Maybe it's courage, pushing through fear. Temperance, not overdoing it and risking injury. Wisdom, listening to your body. Or justice, honoring your commitment to yourself. Physical gratitude. Spend 1 minute appreciating that your body can move. So many people can't. This is a privilege. During workout. Mindful movement. Stay present. Notice your breath, your form, your body's signals. Observe your mind. When your mind says, "I can't," don't believe it immediately. Investigate. Is this true, or is this just discomfort? Practice amor fati. Love what's happening. Even the burn, even the struggle. This is exactly what you need. Post-workout. Journal reflection. Write down what you learned about yourself today. Identify one transfer. How can you apply today's workout lesson to a real-life situation? Gratitude practice. List 3 things you're grateful for, including the fact that you showed up and did the work. I hear you. Maybe you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I hate gyms. I'm not athletic. This isn't for me. Here's the beautiful truth. It doesn't matter. The Stoic workout isn't about being jacked or running marathons. It's about using physical challenge, whatever form that takes for you, as a tool for mental development. Maybe your workout is walking every morning, doing yoga in your living room, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, doing push-ups before your shower, stretching while you watch TV. It doesn't matter what the physical activity is. What matters is that you approach it with Stoic principles. You use it as an opportunity to practice discipline, to embrace discomfort, to build mental resilience. Marcus Aurelius wasn't a bodybuilder. He was just a man who understood that taking care of his body and challenging himself physically made him better equipped to handle the mental challenges of leadership. You don't need to be an athlete. You just need to be someone who's willing to do hard things consistently. So let's talk about the long game. What happens when you consistently practice Stoic principles through physical training? In the short term, you get stronger, fitter, healthier. That's obvious. But in the long term, something more profound happens. You become a different person. You become someone who doesn't panic when things get hard. You become someone who can sit with discomfort without needing to escape. You become someone who sees challenges as opportunities. Research shows that people who consistently engage in challenging physical activity have lower anxiety and depression rates, better stress management, improved emotional regulation, higher resilience in the face of adversity, greater sense of self-efficacy. But here's what the research doesn't capture. You become someone who trusts yourself. Because every time you show up, every time you push through, every time you do what you said you'd do, you're building self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of everything. Confidence, courage, discipline. It all starts with believing that you'll follow through on your commitments to yourself. Marcus wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The Stoic workout is how you become one, not through theory or philosophy alone, but through daily action. You become someone who learns about the world not through reading books alone, but by throwing yourself into hard things.
All right, here's your challenge, and I want you to actually do this, not just listen and forget. The 7-Day Stoic Workout Challenge. Day 1 to 7, choose any physical activity, walking, running, lifting, yoga, whatever. Commit to 20 minutes per day. But here's the twist. Before each session, spend 2 minutes doing the pre-mortem. Visualize the difficulty, expect discomfort, welcome it. During each session, practice mindful movement. Stay present. Observe your thoughts without judging them. After each session, write down one lesson you learned and one way you'll apply it to your life. That's it. 7 days,
20 minutes of physical activity, 5 minutes of Stoic practice around it. I promise you, if you actually do this, you'll notice a shift. Not just in your body, but in your mind, in how you handle stress, and how you respond to challenges. Now, I don't want you to do this alone. Comment below and tell me, what physical challenge are you going to commit to for the next 7 days? What's one area of your life where you need more mental resilience? What's one Stoic principle that resonates with you most? Let's build a community of Stoic warriors, people who understand that true strength is built through consistent practice of both physical and mental training. And if you want more content like this, practical philosophy, Stoic wisdom applied to modern life, and strategies for building genuine resilience, hit that subscribe button. Because we're just getting started. This is the beginning of your transformation from someone who reacts to life to someone who responds with wisdom and strength. Here's the final truth I want to leave you with. Your body is not separate from your mind. Your physical strength is not separate from your mental strength. The way you train your body reflects the way you live your life. If you make excuses in the gym, you'll make excuses everywhere. If you quit when things get hard in your workout, you'll quit when things get hard in your relationships, your career, your dreams. But if you show up consistently, if you push through discomfort, if you embrace the obstacle as the path, then you become unstoppable. Not because nothing can hurt you, but because you've trained yourself to handle whatever comes. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while dealing with wars, plagues, betrayals, and personal tragedies. He could have given up. He could have become bitter and broken. But instead, he trained, he wrote, he practiced Stoic principles every single day, and he became one of the wisest, most resilient leaders in history. You face your own wars, your own plagues of anxiety and stress, your own betrayals and disappointments. And you have the same choice Marcus had. Will you let these challenges break you, or will you use them to build something stronger? The Stoic workout is your training ground. The gym is your dojo. Every rep, every breath, every moment of discomfort is forging you into someone capable of handling anything life throws at you. Epictetus, who went from slave to one of the most influential philosophers in history, said, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." Your transformation won't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes showing up even when you don't feel like it. But every single day that you practice, every single workout where you apply Stoic principles, you're ripening. You're becoming the resilient, disciplined, mentally strong person you're meant to be. So start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Do one workout with full presence. Practice one Stoic principle. Take one step toward the stronger, more resilient version of yourself. And remember what Marcus wrote in his darkest hour. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The gym is where you realize this power. The workout is where you practice this strength. Now go build something unbreakable. Your future resilient self is waiting. See you in the next video, warrior.